this camera might be a little bit weird today. Jay's had to take the other phone, which means I'm filming on my phone, which is not as good. So I do apologise if it kind of blurs in and out a little bit. Hopefully it will be okay. So we have got 10 minutes now of glute bridge variations for those buns of steel. That is what we are working on. So we're going to start nice and straightforward with a straightforward bridge. So down, back nice and long, abs in, feet about hip distance apart so we can get that lift. I'm going to pop my timer on. So if you just dig down into the elbows into the side, we're going to squeeze up, lower and lengthen as we go down. So just whatever pace works for you. So really squeeze into the glutes as we hit the top. Make sure there's no pressure in the knees. Abs are in. We're squeezing into the bum. Got a little pause at the top. And we can just plant those elbows in to give us some grounding. Lengthen out the back as we come down. We're really thinking about working into those glutes. Giving them that really big squeeze. Keep that going. And then we're going to bring it down. We're just going to do a little one now. So we're just going to tuck. Keep the ribs down. And lower. So we're going to tuck the hips, tuck the tailbone, squeeze the bum. But this time, your ribs stay down. We're not lifting all the way. We're just squeezing and tucking into that pelvis. Lengthen as we go down. Abs in all the time, so we lift. We tuck the tailbone. We squeeze into the glutes. We lower nice and long. So tucking. And squeeze. That's it. So it's really thinking, all the work is right there in those glutes. Keep it going nice and steady. Bring it down. Next one, soles of your feet together. So this time we're going to hit the sides. So we're going to lift, squeeze in and lower. So we're thinking now, we're not hitting into the back of the glutes, we're hitting into the side of the glutes. Again, a little pause at the top. Press your feet together. Keep your knees out to the side. Keep your abs in. Lengthen the back as we go down. So squeeze and lift. And you could have your arms down by the side. You just keep those elbows tucked in. It just gives you a nice grounding point. So squeeze into the side of those hips. And lower. Keep that going. Got one more here. Bring it down. We're pulling the hamstrings a little bit more, so I want you to take the legs out a little bit further. Really dig in. We're going to lift. And lower. So press into your heels, squeeze into your bum, squeeze into your hamstrings. Lower and lengthen. Abs are in all the time. Squeeze here, lower and lengthen. And this one you should be able to feel it into those hamstrings, back of the thigh as well. Make sure there's no pressure on the knees, so adjust the legs as you need to. And lower and lengthen. And again. So it's nice and strong. Pushing strongly into those heels. Lower and lengthen. One more. And down. Single leg. So one one's going to come up. Other leg's going to pop across if that feels okay for you. You're going to think about lifting your hips. Lifting your hips. Lift your lips nice and solid. Keep them square. And lower. So keep the hips nice and level. Big squeeze in on that one side. So don't let this hip tip down and really squeeze into this side, yeah? We don't want unlevel hips. We want to be keeping as level as we can, really putting all that focus on that one side. Got one more here. And lower it down, swap sides. So pop that foot across. Make sure no pressure in the knee. Again, we're going to lift nice and even, squeeze into that glute. Obviously remember your glute, it just feels right rock, yeah? No marshmallows, no marshmallow glutes going on. Come on, squeeze into them. Lengthen as we come down. Really focus on where you're feeling. It's a really focused workout. We're only working into one muscle group basically. So keep that nice and steady. Nice and smooth. Keep it going. Last one this side. And bring it down. Feet flat. Now we're going to add in the calves as well. So we're going to lift up, squeeze, and then lift up onto your toes, lower, lengthen and tap the floor. So lift up, squeeze into the glutes, squeeze again as we squeeze into the calves as well, lower, and down. So your feet are about hip distance apart, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the calves. Nice and controlled. Again, remember the abs are in all the time. Should really be starting to feel those glutes kick in now. Buns of steel, buns of steel. You know I'm right, you know I'm right. Come on. Keep that going. Last one here. Now we're going to go for a narrow raise. We're going to bring our feet nice and tight together. Now squeeze the inner thigh together. Now as you lift to the top with your feet together and your knees together, almost like I want you to squeeze your buttocks together and squeeze your inner thigh together a little bit more as well. Yeah? So really focus on not only squeezing up, but then squeeze it in and lower. Yeah, so we squeeze up as we lift and then we squeeze in. And for some unknown reason, that like, ooh, I could crush a grape just came into my head. Could crush a grape in between those buns of steel. Oh yes, oh yeah. So we're going to lift up, inner thigh will be feeling it as well, squeeze in. Now we're going to stay with the narrow lift, but we're going to add a little bit of thigh work as well. So this time we're going to lift up, and then we're going to pop out, in, and down. So we're going to squeeze up, out, in, and down. So squeeze and lift, out, in, and down. Squeeze and lift. I don't know about anybody else, but my inner thighs just kicked in from yesterday as well. So that's all good, it's all good. Keep it going, squeeze that bum. Nice and strong. Keep working those glutes. Like I said, they literally should be on fire. The last one, bring it down. Feet a little bit further apart. We're going to give it that little tilt. So we're going to lift. Ribs are off. I just want it to hold there. So we're just squeezing that bum to keep it lifted. Abs are in, ribs are down. If it starts to ease off, I just give it a squeeze a little bit more. Squeeze it a little bit more, so really keep that engagement onto those glutes. Squeeze it a little bit more. A little bit more. It's your final minute. A little bit more squeeze. And a little bit more squeeze. A little bit more. One final squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Woo! Feel that bump. That's your 10 minutes of glute bridge variations. I will be back on in a minute with some body conditioning, so I'll see you then. I'm going to have to get up close to the camera to turn it off, so bear with me.